Humans have striven to communicate with each other since the dawn of man. Some of the steps to reach today's communication technology include voice, written, telegraph, radio, mobile phone, and finally, smartphone. Communication combined with our desires to increase our access to information has led to what smartphones are today. Smartphones are a piece of technology that concentrates the whole world of information and communication into a pocket-sized artifact. Smartphones are mobile phones that typically include such things as a personal digital assistant, a digital camera, a media player, and a GPS navigation unit, as well as a touchscreen user interface, broadband internet, web browsing, third-party applications, and motion sensors. One of the earliest descriptions of the smartphone can be found in the 1948 science fiction novel Space Cadet by Robert Heinlein. The Motorola Dynatec 8000X from 1984 was the first handheld cellular mobile phone which was commercially available. During the early development of the cell phone and smartphone, the social construction of technology, known as SCOT, followed the six-stage model of innovation process, which includes basic research, applied research, technological development, product development, production, and usage. The smartphone uses an actor network approach, where people can act at a distance while interacting with the smartphone, which can include an image of the person as if the person is present. This has evolved from just an image of the person to live video chatting. Mobile phones were originally very expensive and were limited to social groups of the wealthy and businesses that needed mobile communication. The smartphone is used differently by different racial social groups. Among African American teens, the phone is their hub for social and personal chats, while white teens and to a lesser extent English-speaking Hispanic teens use the phones more frequently for coordination and location sharing. Some teens simply prefer to text with friends for the clarity that words on the screen can bring and the removal of the awkward moments found in phone conversations. It gives them more time to craft a message or respond in tough situations. While texting is a major way teens communicate, it isn't always the preferred method when talking with different people. When asked to choose, teens were clear about which modes of communication they preferred for talking with different people in their lives. For friends, who for most of the teens make up the bulk of their conversational partners, text messaging was dominant, with 67% of text-using teens saying they were more likely to use the cell phone to chat to a friend than to call. Conversely, 78% of text-using teens say they were more likely to use voice communication when they needed to talk to their parents. The best way to understand the meaning people ascribe to their smartphone is to just look at how they behave when they lose their smartphone. They say things like, "I lost all my information," "It had everything on it," or "It was my whole life." Also, people interact with their smartphone as if it was their friend, keeping it close and looking at it often. For the teenage social group, being able to be connected at all times is crucial. This is mainly accomplished by sending text messages. 63% of all teens exchange text messages every day with people in their lives, compared to 25% for the 65 and over social group. There are a few social groups that are discriminated against by the smartphone technology: the very old, people with tremors, and those with some form of physical or mental handicap. The popularity of mobile devices has had some unintended and even dangerous consequences. We now know that mobile communications are linked to a significant increase in distracted driving, resulting in injury and loss of life. Since the smartphone is used for communication, those that are discriminated against still have their traditional communication methods. In some instances, this may be the use of a cell phone that is not smart. These phones have buttons that are more accessible for those that have difficulties with using smartphone touchscreens. Now that the smartphone has reached a stage of self-momentum, future social development will shape and be shaped by smartphone technology. With this momentum, newer technologies will have a hard time getting a foothold in today's society. The tablet, although not used mainly for communication like the smartphone, is one such innovation that has made gains in society. On the horizon are devices like Google Glass, which have the technological potential to be a success, but is unsure at this time if it will garner general social acceptance. The smartphone has interwoven itself into nearly every aspect of our daily lives. We use it for communication, be it voice, video chat, or text. We use it to access information anywhere, at any time. It supplies endless hours of entertainment. All this is accomplished through our friend, the smartphone. The anthropomorphism is complete. The smartphone has become us, and we are a part of it.